Hello and welcome to this Durite webinar. My name is John Nobbs, and on behalf of myself and Durite, thank you for taking the time to register and joining us today. Before I start, I just wanted to quickly cover how to use GoWebinar. On the right hand side of the screen, you should be able to see this display. In the audio section, you can select to use either your PC, or if you prefer, you can dial in with your phone. At the bottom of the display, you can type in some of any questions you have that may arise during the webinar. That we'll try to answer the best we can at the end of the presentation. This is a practical webinar on the Direct Vision standard, and so the aim is to answer all your practical questions and introduce the safety permit process to use that you feel confident in starting your application. As a fleet manager, to understand what steps you need to take to get your safety permit. As a dealer, provide you with the tools to help your customers. Before we start, I would like to give you a brief overview of Durite, leaders in vehicle safety. To give you a bit of context, we've been looking after commercial vehicle manufacturers, aftermarket and fleets for over 80 years. In terms of vehicle safety, we launched our first backup alarm in 1983 and first, albeit black and white camera monitoring system over 30 years ago. We are a force supplier, FTA, CEA, SMMT member with an ISO 9001-2015 accreditation. Over these years, we have gained extensive knowledge and experience, which has proven all the more relevant over the last 10 to 15 years, where health and safety concerns have grown and regulations and legislations have been put into place to protect the most vulnerable road users. Today, what we really focus on is beyond building a comprehensive range of quality specialist vehicle safety equipment, but to look in detail at and study the latest advice and requirements, whether FORS or TfL or other, and offer our customers with clear, simple guidance. We do the hard bit for you, and this is where our all-in-one compliant kits come from, trying to make it as easy as possible with simple solutions. So what is the Direct Vision standard, or better known as DVS? With HGVs being disproportionately responsible for fatal collisions with cyclists and pedestrians, the Direct Vision standard measures how much an HGV driver can see directly through their cab windows. This indicates the level of risk to the vulnerable road users, such as people walking and cycling near the vehicle. In 2016, Transport for London published a video based on an experiment looking at a driver's level of direct vision depending on the type of HGV's vehicle they are driving. The experiment revealed that a low entry HGV cab benefits both drivers and vulnerable road users, such as pedestrians and cyclists. These next few slides highlight some of those changes that manufacturers are making to new vehicles with the overriding objective to aid the driver's vision. As you can see from these images, with a much larger windscreen and lower seating position for the driver. Incredibly, these two images were taken in the exact same spot in front of a pedestrian crossing. Again, not only showing what the driver can now see from a low entry cab, but also the ease that the pedestrian can see the driver. This final image for me really emphasised the thinking behind the Direct Vision standard. This shows what a driver would and would not see down the near side of their vehicle. Again, these images were taken in the exact same spot with a cyclist in the driver's conventional blind spot. The Direct Vision standard is a new safety legislation from Transport for London. Its aim is to reduce the fatality and accident rates for pedestrians and cyclists caused by HGVs. The plan was that as of the 26th of October 2020, HGVs over 12 tonne would need a safety permit to enter Greater London. HGVs over 12 tonne without a safety permit would be banned from Greater London and would risk being fined up to £550 per vehicle per day for the operator and £130 for the driver if caught on one of the new sophisticated number plate recognition cameras operating in the capital. However, with the pandemic crisis, Transport for London have recently confirmed they would now assess this in October, but have confirmed there will be no penalty fines until the 1st of March 2021 at the earliest, giving fleets more time to get ready. As shown, the enforcement area is large and covers all inner London and outer London, along with all main trunk roads coming into the capital. The fundamental requirements to qualify for a safety permit is to have a good direct vision from the inside of the cab of the vehicle, meaning you can see other road users from the in-cab driver's seat directly through the windows. If you can't see very much directly, then you will need to fit a safe system on your vehicle before applying for your permit. HGV models over 12 tonne are star rated from 0 limited vision to 5-star increased vision to indicate the level of risk to people walking and cycling near the vehicle. There is no official list clearly showing what star rating a truck model has, and it is important to note that the same apply for new trucks. I always get asked to talk to people who are surprised that their new Euro 6 trucks bought to comply with the latest LEZ requirements doesn't actually comply with the DVS standard. For the purpose of the illustration, the diagram shows the different star ratings are perceived, this indicating what you would expect to see the better the star rating. In particular, paying attention to the figure with a 0-star rating on the right, the driver would not be able to see anyone less than 4.5 meters away. What is the indication of the star rating of a vehicle? Unrated and 0-star rated vehicles will need an improved safe system fitted to get a permit, which will be valid until 2024. 1 and 2-star rated vehicles will be granted permits until 2024 only. 3, 4 and 5-star rated vehicles will be granted a 10-year permit. Sometimes I get asked, how do I get 5 stars? Well, the star rating doesn't change. It is purely based on the direct vision, and that is never going to change. HGVs with limited good direct vision, 0-star, will require to have a safe system in place to provide indirect vision where direct vision is insufficient. For clarity, if your vehicle is 0, 1 or 2-star, there is nothing that can be done now to achieve the 3, 4, 5 to give you that 10-year permit. It is worth noting that not only the safe system is compulsory for unrated and 0-star vehicles in order to obtain your safety permit, but is also recommended by TfL for all HGVs over 12 tonne. Again, for visual purpose, the diagram shown indicates what is needed when fitting a safe system and locations of these parts. As you can see, a blind spot camera on the near side, audible left-hand turn alarm to warn pedestrians and cyclists when a vehicle is turning, close proximity sensors, side underarm bars, and warning signage, and Class 5 and Class 6 mirrors. In an aid to replicate the benefits of a low entry cab and increased driver vision, the images shown are the most important components, these being Class 5 and Class 6 mirrors, in-cab monitor linked to the near side camera, and an internal warning buzzer linked to the external sensors. If you need a safe system, you're probably wondering what is involved in terms of installation, and probably want to know how long will your vehicle be off the road for. A safe system is quite a straightforward piece of equipment. In most cases, most trucks would have side guards and to some extent Class 5 and Class 6 mirrors already fitted. The installation takes 3 to 4 hours, with installers typically fitting up to 2 to 3 in a day. The safe system will be reviewed in 2022 to take into account any technology not yet widely available. The progressive safe system will have to be retrofittable to HGVs and recognised by the industry. Plans remain that from October 2024, HGVs rated below 3-star will need the progressive safe system fitted to their vehicles to get their safety permit. We don't yet know what the progressive safe system will entail, but thoughts like the 360 camera system are an example of technology a bit more advanced. The next few slides are to show how very easy the permit process is to apply for, but it is worth noting, even if your vehicle already complies and have a sufficient star rating, you will still need to apply for your safety permit. Step 1, nice and easy. Check your vehicle star rating by logging on to the TfL website as shown. As you will see from this point, you will have the option to check for an individual vehicle, or by downloading the CSV template, 5 or more can be checked at any time. Once the registration number is entered, you'll be prompted to confirm details. At this point, You will then receive the good news or possibly bad news, with your star rating now being shown. It is worth noting, if a star rating of 1 or more is indicated at this point, you can carry on and complete your application. From time to time, some vehicles, albeit those slightly older, will not be recognised by the TfL site. If this is the case, you can speak with the vehicle manufacturers that will be able to provide the information needed. Again, some of these contacts can be seen on the screen. If your search does come back with a 0 rating, you will need to install a safe system. As previously mentioned, these products are highlighted on the screen. With the safe system now fitted, it's back to the TfL website to start your application. Again, this website is highlighted on the page. Filling in your form couldn't be easier, with your operator details coming first. Next come personal contact details, including email addresses and phone numbers. The next part, and the all-important bit, is to upload photographic evidence of your vehicle with a safe system fitted. Images are shown with a careful attention being made to show the front and the rear of the vehicle, including visibility of the number plates. Once uploaded, submit the application, where normally within 24 hours an acknowledgement will be received. Generally, the outcome of the application is known within 30 days. If you are or are looking to become a FORS member, then you will need to fit enhanced vehicle safety to your vehicles. If you are already FORS, Silver and Gold accredited, then your vehicle already complies with the DVS Safe System specifications, which means you can apply for your safety permit straight away without the need for extra pieces of kit to be fitted to your vehicle. If you are a FORS Bronze member or looking to become one, then you will need to fit enhanced vehicle safety equipment to your vehicles. This includes complying with the FORS Silver vehicle equipment requirement if you have vehicles over 12 tonne, or 0 star and you're operating in Greater London. The difference between a DVS Safe System and FORS compliant kit is quite minimal. As you can see laid out, the chart below shows what equipment is required depending upon your FORS Go. But worth noting, FORS Bronze over 12 tonne operating in Greater London now require the same equipment that both 7.5 tonne FORS Silver and Gold vehicles have. A range of all-in-one kits to help you become or stay compliant, whether it is DVS, FORS, or even if you have other requirements. We tailor and create bespoke solutions that work for you and your business. For the purpose of this presentation, we would like to introduce to you the Durite DVS Safe System, a best-in-class kit including 2 years warranty and all quality approvals. For clarity, Durite DVS Safe System includes CCTV kit, complete with near-side camera, sensor system, audible left turn speaker, internal warning buzzer, and warning signs. Durite have built an impeccable reputation supplying high-quality parts within the industry for over 80 years. Our commitment to go above and beyond and supply only the very best has never wavered. This can be seen again when comparing the minimum FORS specifications to that of what Durite is offering. As you can see with all the components and features of the Durite kit, it has considerably higher specifications than most on the market. Here at Durite, we pride ourselves on being far more than just a box mover. The importance of quality, accreditations and membership to leading industry standards should not be underestimated, with type approval often a must for many vehicles and organisations. Full installation can be offered with a network of installers covering the UK, as can an assortment of financing options, making Durite the one-stop shop they strive to be. With such an investment being made, the importance and ability to add to each kit is a must. This is why all Durite products are compatible with each other and completely interchangeable. This is emphasised with our comprehensive range of DVRs, be it our entry-level SD card, 1 or 2 terabytes of hard disk drive, SSD, or 4G live streaming options. We cover every eventuality, complete with 1080 cameras if desired. Durite offer a multitude of literature, with examples being shown. We also have designated websites and personnel to deal with any issues, be it finding a distributor or technical support when installing. Any of this can be sourced via Durite Direct or any of our distributors. This final slide shows the numerous ways we can be contacted, with your local distributor also being on hand to support. At this point, I think we will just see what questions have come in. And like I say, if anyone's got any questions, please feel free to log them now, and we'll go through them where we can. Okay, we've got a few questions come in. We'll go through them. So the first one is there a required size of in-cab monitor? If not, what is the recommended size? The required size and recommended size is a 7-inch monitor. This is the standard size monitor that we supply in all of our DVS kits. So yeah, 7-inch would be the recommendation. Second question, how long is the whole process going to take from start to finish? Well, you know, as we said, from point of identifying if you need a kit and going through the star rating, after the kit is fitted, generally it's about 30 days. What I would say is, because of the demand, thoughts would suggest that really, you know, to get it done sooner rather than later. The last study we'd seen, which was probably kind of 5 or 6 weeks ago, I think less than sort of 15% of all vehicles at the moment have actually done the permit process. So there's going to be one hell of a rush, I would have thought, down the line anyway. Next question. I've just bought a new truck. Will that be DVS compliant? It depends what truck has been bought. I mean, it's not down here what you've bought. The likelihood is it probably wouldn't be as standard. Now, it could have been changed at the dealership, but unless it's a low entry cab, the likelihood is that vehicle will not be compliant. Next one. Is there a certain decibel of volume on the left-hand turn? Okay, so yep, there is. It's 88 decibels. Generally, in commercial terms, most vehicles for reversing and so on are 98, but for the left-hand turn, it's 88 decibels. And then this last question we've got, just want to confirm the actual enforcement date for DVS. What if I don't have the safety permit then? So the initial date was going to be the 26th of October. Now, what TfL have come back and said, they're now saying that they will tell us in October the exact date, but they have said that there will be no fines take place until the 1st of March at the earliest. My thoughts would suggest it would be that point where it would become a legal requirement. However, that's not been officially said yet, and that will be confirmed later in October. That is all the questions that we have. Like I say, again, on behalf of myself and all my colleagues at Durite, thank you for taking the time to listen. And if we can be of any assistance moving forward, please don't hesitate to give us a bell. Thanks. Bye.